Hey everybody, Zach, welcome back to the Heroverse. Guys, I'm here with my bro Nick, aka Spark Clover. We just got done with Werewolf by Night, and holy shit, this will be the non-spoiler review. My spoiler review will be later, dropping with my bro Troy. But Nick, holy shit, was this good.
Yep.
I'm gonna let you go first on what you liked about it, because they did not disappoint.
They did really good with, like, the one-shots and shit. Like, there's a lot of stuff you wouldn't, like, I didn't really know a lot, like, what you could get from the plot, since this is spoiler-free, we're not really going to talk about it, but it does throw a bunch of twists and turns at you that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there is a clear message here in this Marvel special. There's a clear message here, and I loved it. I loved the characters. I loved Elsa Bloodstone. I'm so excited to see where that character is going to go. And also, I'm super excited to see where the character Jack Russell will go, which, you know, it isn't a spoiler. But if you know the Werewolf by Night comics, Jack Russell is, of course, the werewolf. And, you know, they showed it in the poster with, you know, the werewolf in the background and him in the front. So I loved those two characters. I'm so excited to see where they go, especially since Nick looked on Disney Plus and looked at the timeline to see where is this in the timeline.
Yeah. If you don't know Disney Plus, if you scroll down far enough in the Marvel tab, it'll show the MCU in the complete timeline.
Yes.
And from some of the stuff in, like, background, it might hint at it taking further in the past, but, like, after Captain America, before Captain Marvel. Yeah. It actually takes right after Thor Love and Thunder, because we got well,
yeah, we don't want to get into the ending.
I'm trying not to touch it.
Yeah,
there's so much I want to get into, but I'm
like
back.
By the end of this, by the end of Werewolf by Night, it clearly states where it is by what happens, but there's also a bigger message there. So it's kind of like trying to tell you where it is without you looking at the timeline. But also at the same time, it tells you
it away from telling you. But like, you would have to physically look at where it would take place.
Exactly.
But this is canon to the MCU.
Yes, but in a way, by what happens, you could clearly tell, like, oh, like, you could take it as, this takes place there, like, right after, you know, right in the main timeline. But if you want to see actually when it takes place, look at the timeline, it takes place right after Thor, Love, and Thunder. But you could totally tell by what happens that, okay, it must be in our present day. But also it pays homage to, like, how those old horror movies were. Yeah. How they were in, you know, of course.
Like, font style, color
black
choices.
and white and everything like that. So it's really amazing what they do with this, like, it was like a 45-minute special?
55.
55-minute special?
It's roughly an hour, but it's really enjoyable. It's not scary, but it might be scary to younger viewers.
Well, the thing is that it's like, I didn't find it scary. He didn't find it scary. Nope. But the thing is that you feel the horrorness there. You feel it.
You feel the tone. It's not scary to the point where you're shitting your pants.
Well, no, compared to us, that we're very... Yeah. Our scare level is very high.
Yeah,
it's like
we fucking turned off Halloween because it was
bad. But, you know, I just love how they executed it so well. Not even just, Jake Russell and also, again, Elsa Bloodstone, but, like, all the other characters that we get in this, like, they're very interesting. And also the storyline-wise of why they all get together, I don't even really want to get into it, but why they all get together for this one night. And what the one night is about is freaking phenomenal. Yeah, like how they do it. It's such a good storyline. It's such a good reason why Jack Russell is there, and it's such a good reason why Elsa Bloodstone is there. It's just, and also again the ending. It's not just a symbol. It's not just like it's a message, but it's not only a message. It's also like paying homage to how horror movies used to be back in the day, and I loved that.
Yeah.
Freaking phenomenal. Also, the shots reminded me a lot of the horror movie choices that they did back in the day.
This shit better than Morbius.
Yeah. But honestly, also, I haven't watched a Halloween movie yet this year. I don't know if Nick, Nick, have you? So
I haven't even seen the new Hocus Pocus.
Me neither. So for me, this was an absolute win. I have not been in the Halloween, it hasn't felt like it's been Halloween.
Nope.
Really?
Even the weather doesn't really reflect that. It's still been sort of cool. Like, leaves just started falling today.
Exactly.
Like, if you looked outside at all today.
Yeah.
Like, leaves are finally starting to fall. We're getting more into that Halloween thing. We're only, second week in October?
Yeah, it's October 7th. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, we're just in really the beginning of, like, fall time. But, like I said, I haven't really felt like it was Halloween. So for me to watch it today, Werewolf by Night, and get into the Halloween spirit, I'm so in a great Halloween spirit mood right now. And I know, like, I helped my mom decorate I decorated the house for my mom outside, like hanging up the ghosts, and Nick helped.
I helped support the ladder.
You did,
so you
but
don't.
like I'm such in a Halloween mood. Like I want to watch other Halloween movies, but like I feel like nothing can top this. Like this was so good, and the fact that like it was only. Again, 55 minutes. It didn't feel like it was that. It didn't feel like it should have been needed to be longer.
There's something you could definitely pop on if you're staying home for Halloween.
Yes.
Like, we usually stay home.
Yeah.
And our street is pretty quiet. We don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters. We could just throw that on for, like, the hour or so while the kids are trick-or-treating and watch it. That's usually...
Fire.
That's usually what happens.
And if you haven't, I really recommend this if you haven't, like, watched anything Halloween yet and you haven't really felt in the Halloween spirit, this really will get you in that. And not only that, but, like, this builds so much in the Marvel Universe. This alone, because it's been lacking...
shit back down to Earth view because they kept focusing in
space, the multiverse, but it's nice that we actually...
we go back there, like...
Yes.
Even like She-Hulk and stuff, even though that's pretty down to earth, I can care less about it. At this point, we got Daredevil. That's all I needed.
That's not how I feel, of course, as you guys know. But I've just been... I love the fact that, like, in the beginning of this, they set up creatures. They set up creatures. They set up the lore of creatures. I love that. The opening monologue of this, setting up the creatures, saying that you guys like know the Avengers.
This is
all that was awesome.
Yeah, this is finally getting into more like Beast territory, like Blade and shit. Because we all know Blade is coming.
Yes,
this shit opens up Blade to actually happen.
Exactly. It's like this one thing.
Like this.
Sets up monsters. That's all we needed, and that's what's good about Marvel is that they don't need to spend years and years and years setting up monsters. It's like you drop one thing and it just specifies the history of monsters. I love that, and not only that, of course, people have been watching She-Hulk, so this isn't a spoiler. But it was in episode 7 where like we saw a vampire and Emil Blonsky's what was it? I guess I forget like where it was. Like his like.
What?
There's the retreat at his retreat. You know what I mean? That he has.
Like the dude claimed to be vampire, people doubt him. But if you know Blade and shit, Blade is half human, half vampire. What's stopping that dude from being half vampire, half human? That's why he doesn't have sun damage.
You never know. Or dude could just be bluffing. But all I know is that I'm loving this. This really just specified monsters. So now they could do anything. And I just said, this isn't just set up Blade, but it sets up Midnight Suns and what they want to do with that. Because we all know we got, we got hints to Wolverine. We all know we got, we got hints of,
is coming.
We got a hint of Blade. And, at the end of Eternals, like, we're setting up the lore of like monsters
and full Earth mythology now.
Exactly, and what I really love though is that I've been hearing that Blade's going to be taking place like back in the day. Like I've been hearing like we might be seeing I'm trying to remember his name Dane Whitman's like great whatever like to see like the first Black Knight. And and Blade's and we're gonna be it's around that time and like him with the I forget what it's called the blade. It's called the Ebony Blade, and we're gonna see. And apparently, what I've been hearing also is that we could be getting Dracula. Like he could be the main villain of Blade. Yep. Apparently, I've been hearing that. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen, but
the way it goes, like Dracula,
exactly, and the knights and shit.
Dracula.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that's what we get. But as we know, there's been good stuff going. There's been some bad shit going along with the Blade script, and Mahershala Ali is getting annoyed that they haven't really started yet. And I'm afraid he might leave. Honestly, I hope he doesn't. Hopefully they get a better script.
They need to start the production.
Well, apparently it was a 90-page script with only 2 fight sequences. That's trash. Like that's bad. No. Like they need to fix that. And also I think I don't know if
it's like an origin shit.
I don't know if the writer left, and I know the director left, and I think they're still looking for a director. I totally recommend Michael Giacchino. I want to talk about him real quick. He is he makes scores for movies. I think he did it for Nope, if I'm correct. He does such great scores for our movies. But the fact that this was his first directing debut, he did an amazing job. Amazing job. I want him to do Blade. And so many other people want him to do, like, so many people have, said, you know what I mean? Like, since, we've seen, from what the trailers of Werewolf by Night looks like, and we know Michael Giacchino was his first time directing, he should do Blade. And I'm gonna be honest, me watching this, and all the critics saying how good this is, and I got 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. Like, that's how good this is.
You know what's even funnier since we're getting Blade?
Even the critics know.
We're also getting into movie.
Yeah, and we're also getting the Community movie. Yeah, with Blade. I
Just
highly doubt
saying,
Blade's making an
Like,
appearance.
it's funny. We're getting
If you
Blade,
know if you
we're
watch
getting the
Community, but-
Community movie.
Yeah.
Blade was in Community.
Yeah, haha, Nikki.
Hello, internet. Welcome to.
It's like we get that Blade in the MCU instead of and we get actual Mahershala Ali's Blade in
Yeah.
Community. Abed would only know. But honestly, though, I'm loving this though. This movie, I mean, this yeah, actually really say it's a movie, like a short movie, essentially.
It's
like,
not
like
much
special,
of a movie.
yeah.
It's definitely a TV special by like TV movies.
Yeah, back in the, I guess because before the
holds
drive-in, it's like they play those little specials and shit.
Yeah.
Like, but I feel
You're thinking of like a Mickey Mouse short and shit.
Well,
like,
back in the day, they actually used to do like these little things. I think at the drive-in, if I'm correct, right?
I never been to the drive-in.
Oh, I know that, but like, I mean, like back in the day, I think they did like stuff like this before they would play the actual.
Yeah,
like,
usually
thing.
before they would do a movie, they would play like a Mickey short or something.
And I think they did this like before horror movies. They would play a little like horror short or whatever. But it just felt like it could. It felt like it was a short movie special. That's what it felt to me. And I loved it.
It's like an hour at most. Like, it's definitely something you want to just sit down and just enjoy. Get popcorn, get whatever your favorite drink or food is.
The set pieces alone were gorgeous.
Yeah,
and
like,
the shots were gorgeous.
It kept keeping you guessing on where it takes place because the aesthetic was like this 60s, 50s horror movie.
Yeah, that's what it felt,
somewhat medieval looking, but you got shit like gramophones and stuff like that, records.
But like honestly, like I'm just so glad like we know now where it is in the timeline. I'm so glad that it's like,
we know what it implies.
What it implies. I'm so glad that like I also like I'm wanting to know where's it gonna go. I want to see more of these characters. Like I want to spend time more with Elsa Bloodstone. I want to spend time more with Jake Russell. Also again the actors that played Jake Russell and Elsa Bloodstone did an amazing job. I want to shout out their names. Gail Garcia Barnall, if that's how I'm pronouncing your name, if I'm saying it correctly. And of course, Laura Donnelly. You guys did an amazing job. You guys were literally a standout of this Marvel Werewolf by Night special. You guys were literally the standouts, and I really want to know where your characters are going because I'm rooting to see where these characters go. Like I'm so excited. And that's what's so good about the Midnight Suns is because it can open stuff like this if they want to. Elsa Bloodstone, I don't know if she like was like ends up being a part of the Midnight Suns at some point. Again, I'm not that like far back in the comics, but I could totally see if that's never happened before. I could see it happening now since it does take place in the timeline after Thor: Love and Thunder.
It's now possible.
It's possible. You know what I mean? With the possibilities of the Midnight Suns building up and us getting the Thunderbolts, it's possible with what's going on with this new phase of Marvel that we could be getting this shit. And I'm super excited for the creatures. I'm excited for all this.
Also, if you didn't like Thor: Love and Thunder and complained about the comedy,
they
fucking fixed it.
Yes, they did. Kevin literally. There was an article. Kevin literally looked at everybody and how they reacted to Thor: Love and Thunder and said, "You know what? We got to shut the haters up. We're going back into Werewolf by Night and we're taking all the comedy out." There was only like three jokes in here, and you could like the one you could like went straight over my head, but it was a joke. But the other two were so minor, but like they were in the right spots at the right time. You don't mind it, and that's what I loved. It wasn't forced. It made sense, and I loved it. I totally recommend it, guys. I give this a 10 out of 10.
Heck yeah.
10 out of 10, baby. Like, I'm watching this every Halloween. Every Halloween. Marvel, please keep doing this. Keep up the good work. I understand people are hating on, the way, how Daredevil is. And, people say, oh, they ruined Daredevil. I understand people are hating, saying, oh, you're putting too much jokes and things, blah, 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 blah. I'm loving what they were doing. And the fact that Kevin really, went out of his way, saw what you guys were bitching about and did it. You know what I mean? I'm happy because at the end of the day, I did want more of a horror thing, but I knew they were going to put some jokes in. But I'm wondering how much jokes that was going to be in it. I'm really curious to know, and how much was cut out. It didn't feel like anything was cut out. It felt perfect.
They probably did reshoots because it does. I'm not sure like the filming process for it, but was it something they just thought to throw in this year and did like cramped in like filming and stuff?
I think it's been
made for a while.
Yeah, we heard this back I think last year that they were doing this. I think at last San Diego Comic-Con, I think that's when we heard.
Yeah.
I don't think it was D23. I can't quite remember, but
it probably might have been like maybe one scene or a couple scenes at most.
Maybe they
that
just
weren't
reshot because, you know,
impactful
maybe.
on the
But even
special.
then, even in the trailer that we got, again, was it San Diego, or was it, yeah, D23. Or D23, I can't quite, yeah, it was D23, I think.
Yeah.
It felt like the jokes that were there in the trailer were the jokes that were in here. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like the one joke which was when he said, "I'll be rotting for you." That isn't like a spoiler because, again, that was in the trailer, and that's all I'm going to give you guys of joke wise. But there was other twos that just felt like it was meant for the scene. It felt right in the scene. I love it. I totally recommend it. Again, Nikki, thank you for doing this spoiler free with me. I love having you here on the channel. I'm super excited because we will be definitely doing pre-show lives when Daredevil starts.
Yep.
That for sure, when Daredevil starts, we're totally doing that. I don't know with other ones because, you know, Nick really did start to, you know, drop off of She-Hulk and interest.
I didn't drop off at all. I kept up with it.
Well, I mean, he kept up, but he just didn't want. He didn't feel like he wasn't like.
There wasn't really anything noteworthy.
He felt like there wasn't enough to do a live
episode
for it,
before the last one where it was the fucking wedding. Like they took a break from
exactly.
whatever the fuck the plot was. Which there wasn't really much plot besides
without that, you just
She-Hulk does that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you just, you know, kind of fell off of being interested, but you still watched it, of course, because it's Marvel. We're gonna keep watching. Now, Miss Marvel was another thing because you totally did.
I completely fell off of that because nothing made sense.
But honestly, though, we loved it. We totally recommend it. Again, spoiler free is gonna be up later. I can't wait to really get into the fight choreography. Really dive deep into the characters and what their motivations are, and really, again, like, tell you guys what the message is and where I could see actually, like, things going in that, and like, and what this can mean for going forward in the MCU. I'm super excited because there was a real strong message at the end of this at the end of this Marvel special. Like, there was a real message here on the, like, of who the characters are and where possibly things will go.
Also works as a nice homage to
another movie.
A big movie that changed film industry.
Facts. And Nick pointed that out because it like went over my head.
Yeah, I know a lot about some cinema stuff here and there, like some history.
Exactly. Yeah, you're a big buff when it comes to like the older genre movies and stuff. I mean, hell, you with the video games, like. Yeah. But I don't know. Other than that, though, I'm super excited to see where the future of Marvel goes. I'm super excited to see where these characters go, and I'm having a blast with this new phase of Marvel. I'm not gonna give a shit what people say. I'm having a blast.
They're definitely going more experimental with shit again.
They're doing so much different shit. We're getting all these different genres of things, and all throughout, like, you know, like throughout the time of like how, you know what I mean, like back in the day, present day, just back in the day elements. Like, we're getting so much shit. It's like, I'm so excited. Like, we're just getting so many different genres, and I'm loving it. But guys, yet again, here, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, post notifications, like this video. I'd love to have you guys here, part of the family, part of the channel. We're all about spreading love, positivity, and motivation. And also, I'm gonna let my bro shout out his socials. Well, actually, I'll probably put it in the Linktree. Yeah, I'll put it in the Linktree. Yeah, he'll send it to me.
You can find the Twitch, the Twitter, the Instagram, the YouTube channels.
And I think TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll all be down below. So go follow his YouTube channel, go follow his socials.
Just copy and paste that into a second thing. Yeah. And then you have access to everything I'm on.
Exactly. So,
everything.
But I'm super excited, like I said, to do my spoiler review later. So stay tuned for that. And again, subscribe to the channel, post notifications, because you're not going to miss that. I cannot wait to go into detail. But yet again, guys, that was a video. Hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.